entering the northeast corner of the stadium is the University of Colorado Boulder Air Force, Army, Navy, Marine, and Space Force ROTC Color Guard. Please rise as you're able. Now entering the stadium, the University of Colorado flag bearers with the university and Boulder campus flags. Commencement Marshal and Professor Lee Holman, Chancellor Justin Schwartz, the Vice Chancellors, the Deans of the schools and colleges, the Platform Party, the Regents, and President Todd Solomon.
Good morning, and welcome to the 2025 commencement of the University of Colorado Boulder. My name is Lee Holman, CU Professor and Boulder Campus Commencement Marshal. Will the audience please stand as you are able? Will the audience please stand as you are able and join Sydney Grimm, a master's candidate from the College of Music in Vocal Performance, for the singing of the national anthem and the presentation of the colors by the CU Boulder Army, Marine, Navy, and Air and Space Forces Color Guard.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. And now please welcome Simeon Wallace, also receiving a master's degree in music, vocal performance for the singing of America the Beautiful. Inspired by the beauty of our state, the lyrics were written by Catherine Lee Bates after visiting Pikes Peak.
Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountain majesties above the fruited plains. America, America, God shed his grace on thee, and run thy good with brotherhood
And now, Provost Russell L. Moore will now read our land acknowledgement.
The University of Colorado Boulder, Colorado's flagship university, honors and recognizes the many contributions of indigenous peoples in our state. CU Boulder acknowledges that it is located on the traditional territories and ancestral homelands of the Cheyenne, Arapaho, Ute, and many other Native American nations. Their forced removal from these territories has caused devastating and lasting impacts. While the University of Colorado Boulder can never undo or rectify the devastation wrought on indigenous peoples, we commit to improving and enhancing engagement with indigenous peoples and issues locally and globally. We will do this by recognizing and amplifying the voices of indigenous CU Boulder students, staff, and faculty and their work, educating, conducting research, supporting student success, and integrating indigenous knowledge, and consulting, engaging, and working collaboratively with tribal nations to enhance our ability to provide access and culturally sensitive support, and to recruit, retain, and graduate Native American students in a climate that is inclusive and respectful.
Thank you, Provost Moore. Class of 2025, this day is for you. Commencement is an important rite of passage, the milestone experience of an individual leaving college behind and entering a world of limitless horizons. The origin of commencement can be traced to the 12th century, when organized universities were first formed. Commencement is a significant ritual for the human spirit, signifying at once great accomplishment and marking the transition to the next chapter of life and a world of possibilities. It is a momentous day. It is your day. Congratulations to each of you. Commencement is not only a time for celebration and reflection, it is also a time for gratitude to the parents, families, and friends for your support and sacrifices to help our students pursue their education. We thank you. We also thank the faculty, staff, and administrators whose dedication to education have helped bring all of our graduates to this juncture. I would like to take this opportunity to recognize some of these people who are with us today. Please join me in welcoming President Todd Solomon. It is my pleasure to introduce the following regents of the university: Elliot Hood, Wanda James, Frank Montlotti, Ken Montera, Callie Renison, Ray Scott, Ilana Dubin-Spiegel, Mark Van Driel, Linda Shoemaker, Regent Emerita. And now I would like to introduce the Vice Chancellors of the University of Colorado Boulder, CU System Senior Vice President Danielle Radovich Piper, the Co-Chair of Staff Council Jessica Sandoval, Graduate and Professional Student Government Representative Danya Aresi, University of Colorado Student Government Representative Emma Martinez, Dean of the Law School and Provost Professor of Law, Lolita Buckner-Innes, Dean of Continuing Education and Vice Provost Scott Battle, Division Dean of Arts and Science, Sarah Jackson and Irene Blair, and the CU Boulder Employees of the Year, Mickey Brooks, Janelle Henderson, Sally Lowell, and Jeannie McFarland McDonald. Please join me in welcoming Colorado Senators Judy Amabile, Janice Marchman, and Representative Junie Joseph. Boulder Mayor Aaron Brockett, Matt Benjamin, Boulder City Council, and Chair of the Boulder Faculty Assembly, Shelley Miller. And now I am honored to welcome to the podium President Todd Solomon.
Well, good morning, Buffs. And can I just say the sun is shining on you today. So, you all did it. You've worked so hard to reach this moment, and you should be proud of yourselves. All of us in the CU community are incredibly proud of you. We're excited to celebrate you, your achievements, your growth, and your commitment to yourselves and your future. In earning your CU degree, you've proven to yourselves and to others that you have what it takes to succeed. Wherever you go from here, whatever you do, and whatever's happening around you, I know, and you should know too, that you are capable of great things. You are. Go Buffs. But it won't be easy. There will be noise and distractions as you make your way in the world. You'll come to understand just how much is beyond your control. But as Albert Einstein said, in the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. The chaos and confusion that's part of our world, and frankly, part of life, also gives you an opportunity to determine what matters most to you. It's a chance for you to discover your North Star, your big picture. Keeping sight of the big picture is something we all grapple with. I know I do, and I'm a lot older than you. On a good day, my big picture is clear, and so is my reason for doing what I do. On a not-so-good day, things can get a little foggy, and the outside noise can seem deafening. A long time ago, when I was a CU Boulder student, go Buffs, go Buffs, about to graduate, I was asked what I wanted to do with my life. My answer was that I wanted to leave the world better than I found it. That's still my answer today. That's my North Star. That's my big picture. Every day, I try to do at least one thing, sometimes big, sometimes small, in service of that big picture. That's where I find meaning and motivation and hope. Maybe more than ever, now more than ever, our world needs you to find your North Star, your big picture. We need you to fix your vision on that place and move toward your goals. We need your drive, your energy, your passion, your perspective, your critical thinking, and we need your problem solving. What you've learned at CU and how you've grown as individuals gives you a strong foundation to make a difference in science, healthcare, business, public service, the arts, and so many other areas. You are part of an extraordinary legacy of impact that spans generations. As CU's newest alumni, you have amazing experiences ahead of you, and you have an amazing community behind you. We are here to help you celebrate your successes. We are here to support you on your journey toward your North Star. We are here to remind you of your big picture, of who you are and what you are capable of achieving. And we are here to thank you for what you will do in the years to come to leave this world better than you found it. We are so proud of you. Congratulations, CU graduates, and go Buffs!
Thank you, President Solomon. And now, marking his first commencement of the University of Colorado Boulder, I am pleased to introduce the 12th Chancellor of the University of Colorado Boulder, Chancellor Justin Schwartz.
Wow, you have no idea how amazing you all look. This is a fantastic moment. You know, the true purpose of higher education is to prepare students to think critically and constructively. But what does a graduate do once they've absorbed this lesson? My hope for you graduates is that your next step will be to use your knowledge and your energy and your passion to act in service to a sustainable, inclusive, and just world. In short, I hope you will follow the sage advice given by President Theodore Roosevelt over a century ago when he quoted Squire Bill Widener. Do what you can with what you have where you are. In a world that often expects perfection before action, this saying will remind us of something vital. You don't have to wait. You don't have to wait to think you're smarter or richer or more influential. You don't have to be an Olympian or a chancellor or a centurion. You don't have to wait for the perfect time or the perfect opportunity, because you already have everything you need to begin right here, right now. Throughout your time at CU Boulder, you have gained knowledge, you have developed skills, you have built tremendous friendships, and you have discovered more about who you are and what you stand for. And as you reflect on your Boulder years, I do hope you will be so proud of your accomplishments and also realize that you had it within you the entire time to reach this day today. And then, as you transition from reflection to anticipation, I hope you will also discover that the true value of your CU Boulder experiences is not measured only by the grades you earned or the titles you hold. It is measured by what you choose to do next, by the actions you take and the impact you will have. History shows us that change comes not from those who wait for perfect conditions, but from those who start where they are with whatever they have. Yes, we should all always be learning more and building on our base of experiences and knowledge. Yet many of humanity's greatest movements for justice, innovation, and progress have been driven by people who did not have all the answers nor all the resources. They simply had the courage to act. Some chose to act in dramatic ways with profound courage, standing in front of a tank, raising a fist or wearing a patch on an Olympic platform, making the world's first telephone call, or traveling to the moon and coming back. Yet it is often the seemingly smaller acts that end up fundamentally changing humanity. Building a prototype in a garage and trying over and over, living through failure until finding success. Or organizing communities to advocate for small local policy changes, even if it takes decades. As you know, you are entering a world that is full of serious challenges and amazingly incredible opportunities. Climate change, the emerging capabilities of artificial general intelligence, these are not topics for tomorrow. They are opportunities for you to respond, to innovate, and to change the world. And just as you had everything you needed to graduate when you first stepped foot at CU Boulder, you also have everything you need to meet the global challenges of today. So do what you can. You don't have to create the next groundbreaking technology or write the next great American novel, though I'm sure some of you will. Today, there are more than 9,900 students graduating at CU Boulder, along with a few, yes, let's hear it for the 9,900 students. And all of us on the stage want you to know that our generation trusts your generation to take the torch of progress and march forward. Start with small acts of compassion, innovation, and leadership, and trust that they will ripple outward. Start with what you have. In a matter of minutes, you will officially hold a degree from the University of Colorado Boulder, a top national research university with global impact. Add that degree to your skills, your passions, your unique experiences, and your unique way of seeing the world. The things that make each of you, you. And start where you are. Grow as you go. You do not need to be somewhere famous or grand to make an impact. You don't have to walk the halls of Congress to have influence. You don't have to be a top of 14er to speak truth to power. And in fact, at that altitude, no one would hear you. Progress begins wherever you stand, in your workplace, your community, and your home. And you are the generation that will prove that action, imperfect, humble, determined action, can amplify the vast strengths and beauties in today's world, heal what needs healing, and build what needs building. So as you move forward in the world, know that you go with support from everyone around you, on the stage with you today, in the audience today, and in the community around you. I would like us all to take a moment and recognize that we didn't get here alone. And let's recognize the families, friends, and loved ones in the audience today and watching online. Let's hear it for your friends. I also want to thank all of our faculty and staff who have guided and mentored these graduates, shared their expertise, their wisdom, and connections to help our students reach this moment. Thank you, faculty and staff, for all that you do. Graduates, as you walk out of here today, take pride in all that you have achieved. And remember, your education doesn't end with a diploma. Learning is continuous and also now must become doing. Dream boldly, but act decisively. Stand up for what matters. Serve where you see need. Create where there is a void. As your chancellor, I could not be more proud of each of you graduating today. You have already shown that you are scholars and creators and leaders and problem solvers. Now go be change makers. And remember to be the ones who do what they can with what they have, where they are. Congratulations, Buffs. The world is ready, and so are you. So now I have the great pleasure and honor of introducing your commencement speaker, an individual who certainly understands the importance of taking that first step. Emma Coburn is a 3-time track and field Olympian world champion. Yes. She competed in her first Olympics in London in 2012 while she was still a student at CU. She is a local girl gone great, graduated from Crested Butte High School. Any Crested Butte grads in the room? She became a buff and following in the footsteps of her grandfather, parents, uncles, and 2 older siblings. As a member of the CU track and field and cross-country teams, she was a 3-time national champion and earned her degree in marketing in 2013. After graduation, she just kept running. She was a 10-time US champion in her specialty event, the 3,000-meter steeplechase, and she was inducted into the CU Athletic Hall of Fame in 2023. Emma continues to compete as a professional and track athlete. You'll probably see her running around town this afternoon as she lives and trains right here in Boulder. She is coached by her husband, Joe Bosshard, and they have 1 amazing daughter, Betty. Please join me in a massive Buffs welcome for Emma Coburn.
Oh. Hi. I am going to try my hardest not to cry, but I am so overwhelmed. You guys, this is You should be so proud of yourselves right now. This is such an incredible moment, and I just really want to congratulate you on the hard work you've done to get here. And from our perspective, it really puts into, it's hard to put into words how monumental of a day this is, and to get to be a small part of it is incredibly special. So thank you for having me. So also I want to thank the faculty, staff, all the parents and families, every proud Buff alumni here today. Let's just have a round of applause for everyone who helped these graduates get here today. Today isn't just the end of a chapter, it's the end of one race and the beginning of another. You've crossed this finish line, and now you're standing at the starting line of everything else that comes next. Before we go further, I want to thank Chancellor Schwartz and the Senior Class Council for inviting me to speak today. I actually didn't walk my own graduation here at Folsom because I was competing in a track meet at the Pac-12 Championships. So I am just going to pretend this is also my graduation. This feels really cool. Just 12 years later, you know, a few more miles in the legs and wrinkles on the face, but you know, we're gonna pretend this is back in 2013 for me. This university has shaped so much of who I am, and again, why I said I'll try really hard not to cry. This is an incredible honor for me. I was born right here in Boulder to two Buffs who met on campus. Chancellor Schwartz told you all my family that have attended CU were incredibly proud Buffs. I knew the fight song before I knew my ABCs, and I went to my first Colorado football game when I was just 3 weeks old. My family still has season tickets right over there, so that's where I sat, or was held. I'm sure my daughter Betty will get to go to her first game this fall as well. Years later, I had the honor of wearing the Buffs jersey as a member of the cross-country and track teams, competing across the country with Colorado across my chest. I can't tell you the amount of pride I had looking down and seeing Colorado on my jersey, and the pride and confidence that gave me. I also wore that jersey when I qualified for my first Olympic team while still a student here. So my journey started here. I lived here in Boulder for 17 years. I've trained here, cheered here, and today I'm proud to celebrate here with you. There's something I want to talk about today, something I think about often, both as an athlete and just as a person trying to grow. It's something I call the gap. The gap is the space between where you are now and where you want to go, between who you are today and who you are working to become. It's not a flaw. It's not a sign you're behind. It's proof that you have a vision for your life. The gap only exists because you are aiming for something greater. And it can feel uncomfortable, sometimes even painful, to sit inside that space. But here's the truth, and I'm sure you already know this, but pressure, discomfort, the unknown, that's where the growth happens. This happened to me. At 17, I stood on the starting line of the Colorado High School State Meet crying, not because I was hurt, not because I wasn't fit, but because I didn't believe in myself. I was scared of failing, and sometimes when things got hard, I would quit. I would drop out of races. That was my starting point. But at 21, I stood on the starting line of my first Olympics. Same sport, bigger pressure, but a completely different person. I was calm, relaxed, and focused. So what filled that gap? It wasn't magic, it wasn't just talent, but it was work. Thousands of small, unremarkable steps. It was showing up to practice as a freshman, eager to push and grow, even though I had the slowest high school times on the team. It was finishing workouts when I wanted to quit. It was listening to feedback that stung. It was celebrating the little wins, a personal best, a hard workout. It was running a 4:54 mile in my first college mile race, a goal well, thanks, but a goal that my coach set for me that I thought was way out of reach. And then I kept going again and again. I kept showing up and pushing for more. And by senior year, I won the NCAA championship mile, running 4:29. That didn't happen by accident. That happened because the space between 17 and 21 was filled with effort, humility, and belief. In my years as a buff, I won 3 NCAA championship titles and became an Olympian. But I didn't come to this campus dreaming of being an Olympian. I was never the dreamer. I was always the doer. That is how I closed the gap, by doing. Not with one giant leap, but with a million small steps. And that's how you will close the gap. Often you don't even realize you're moving forward, even when you don't really know where the finish line is. You might not realize it yet, but you've already closed a gap. Some of you started college on Zoom from your childhood bedrooms, muted mics, and frozen screens, uncertainty about what college would even be. And yet, look at you now. Think back to the person when you arrived on campus. Like, actually humor me and close your eyes and picture the person you were then. Think about what your dreams were, what your hopes were, who your friends were, what you thought was fun, what music you liked. Maybe you can open your eyes now. I just wanted to really, get that image going. Maybe you were confident, maybe you were overwhelmed, maybe you got lost looking for Mackey Auditorium and called your mom from a stairwell. Maybe you got lost more than once. You showed up with questions. You wondered how you were going to make friends or balance your schedules or show up to that 8 a.m. lecture, often, trudging through the snow. You didn't know how to write a college paper or apply for an internship or function in a kitchen. Maybe you still don't know the kitchen part. But over these last few years, step by step, you built new skills, new habits, and a new version of yourself. You figured out how to manage your time. You learned how to advocate for yourself, finish what you started, and ask for help when you needed it. You got stronger, smarter, braver, more resilient. That's what filling the gap looks like. Not overnight, not all at once, but consistently. Through late night study sessions, difficult conversations, tiny victories, and all those invisible moments where you could have backed down, but you didn't. The person who walked onto this campus and the person sitting here today, not the same. And that change wasn't an accident, it was earned. And that's the power of the work you've done here. Not loud, not flashy, but real. Now, closing gaps in college is, in some ways, straightforward. College is designed to help you do that. There are guardrails, you are nudged forward. But when you leave here today, those guardrails are down, the bumpers are down. And now it's all up to you. You're on your own, kid. I know you've picked up some lessons in college already, but I want to leave you with 2 more. These are 2 principles that help me grow and help me close the gap, and I believe they'll serve you too. Hopefully your last 2 lessons in college, right? Okay, lesson 1, win at the things that don't require talent. You don't need talent to show up early, to be kind, to take feedback, to stay consistent. Those are choices, not gifts. I've won races not because I was the most gifted, but because I made choices and was consistent with the small stuff. I didn't cut runs short, I didn't skip the unglamorous parts. I listened, I prepared, I trained hard, and I built discipline. And because of that discipline, not just talent, I won an Olympic medal in 2016 and a World Championship gold in 2017. Nope. Lesson 2 is this tassel, sorry. Lesson 2, control what you can, let go of what you can't. In sport, I can't control if someone cheats, or if someone else is better than me, or if it rains on race day. But I can control how I respond. I can control my effort, my mindset, my resilience. Life is full of variables, but your preparation, that's yours. When you focus on what you can control, you get stronger. When you obsess over what you can't, you get stuck. Know the difference and choose what brings you forward. I'm not going to stand here and tell you that by taking steps forward, you will always make progress. You will fail. You will fail at things you thought you would conquer, and that's okay. It happens to all of us. At the Tokyo Olympics, I failed. I fell on the final lap. I was disqualified. The race I had trained years for, the race I thought was going to be my Olympic moment, was over. And it was a very public failure, too. I was crushed. But because I had spent my career building a deep capacity for hardship, I didn't stay down. I got up, I processed the pain, and the next summer, I came back and won my 10th US National Championship, becoming the first American runner to win the same event 10 times. So you will fall too, at work, in love, in life. It's not a matter of if, but when. So build your resilience now, stack your capacity now, learn how to rise. Victory isn't the absence of failure, it's the ability to move through it. So when the next scary starting line comes, when you begin a new life, a new job, a new dream, you might feel like the kid I was at 17, scared and unsure, wanting to call your mom and go home. And that's okay. Do it scared. You don't need to feel ready to begin, you just need to begin. And when it gets hard, move forward anyway. In the movie Finding Nemo, which came out in 2003, so a lot of you were just babies, but it's a great movie. In the movie Finding Nemo, there's a fish named Dory who has to swim into the deep unknown. She sings, "Just keep swimming, just keep swimming." It helps her keep going. I say the same thing to myself all the time, but obviously for me, it's just keep running. Because forward is always an option. Moving forward doesn't require talent. Moving forward is always in your control. You've done it already, and you will do it again. Just keep swimming, just keep moving forward. To send you off today, I want to remind you that you are capable of building the life you want. You've already started. I mean, seriously, look at you now. Think again of that kid when I made you close your eyes. Think of that kid and look at you now. You've already started. You are accountable for this life. You are the one who will close the gap between who you are and who you want to be. So when fear shows up, when doubt creeps in, just keep moving. Small steps with bravery and discipline. You've already closed one gap, step by step, choice by choice, and the next one will be harder. But you're ready, not because you know exactly where it leads, but because you know how to keep going. Just keep swimming and just keep moving forward. Congratulations again to the class of 2025. Go Buffs.
Thank you, Ms. Coburn. Today, I am honored to be able to recognize the 73 Army, Navy, Air Force, Space Force, and Marine Corps ROTC students who are graduating today and who will commence service to our country upon commissioning. We also honor our graduating veterans who have already served our country on active military duty. Thank you so very much to their parents, family members, and the faculty and staff of University of Colorado Boulder for the support and encouragement you have provided these students who have pursued a commission while earning an undergraduate degree. These exceptional students embody the concept of service in the University of Colorado Boulder Creed. They have chosen this path to serve something greater than themselves, their country, and all of America. Will the graduating ROTC students and graduating veterans please stand to be recognized?
During each commencement ceremony, we honor those undergraduate students who have earned a 4.0 during their undergraduate college career. This spring, 55 students are receiving this Chancellor's Recognition Award. Would these graduates please stand and be recognized? Congratulations. Each spring, we also honor the winner of our Hazel Barnes Prize. This award is named in honor of the late CU Boulder professor Hazel Barnes. It was created in 1992 to recognize outstanding faculty members who exemplify the enriching relationship between teaching and research. This year, we are honoring Professor John Cumelot. John, will you please come forward? Professor, your distinguished record in teaching, research, scholarship, and service to the university embodies the spirit and intent of this award. I am truly honored to present this to you today. Congratulations, sir. As part of our ceremony, it is also a tradition to recognize individuals and their accomplishments by awarding Distinguished Service Awards, university medals, and honorary degrees. I would like to invite our award recipients to stand and be recognized. Chief Joseph American Horse, honorary degree, Humane Letters. David Chang, honorary degree, Humane Letters. Yvonne DeStefano, University Medal. Ashok Srivastava and Lynn Waldy, Distinguished Service Award. The Chancellor's Impact Award is granted at the Chancellor's discretion and only when the moment demands it. Today, it is my distinct pleasure to grant this award to our own beloved Miss Peggy.
There are fans, there are super fans, and then there is Peggy Copham. For more than 80 years, Peggy has been part of the heart and soul of CU Boulder, cheering from the stands, celebrating with generations of Buffs, and embodying the spirit of this university. Through decades of victories and challenges, Peggy has been a familiar face, with a seat in Folsom Field, row 41, seat 29, and a heart that belongs to the Buffs. Alongside her beloved twin Betty, she became a legend, attending over 2,500 CU sporting events, and leaving an imprint on the university as grand as the Flatirons themselves. But Peggy's impact reaches farther than the athletic field. It echoes throughout our community. She reminds us that CU Boulder is not only a university, it is a community, a place where lifelong loyalty, spirit, and connection thrive. Peggy's legacy is more than the records she has witnessed or the games she has attended. It is the generations of student athletes whose lives she has touched, the tradition she has carried forward, and the devotion she has shown to this university for nearly a century. In gratitude for a lifetime of dedication, a legacy of memories, and a heart that will forever be part of the University of Colorado Boulder, Chancellor Justin Schwartz is pleased to award the Chancellor's Impact Award to Peggy Copham.
What a heartfelt celebration of Miss Peggy. We are all honored to have her here today. Let's give her one last round of applause. Now, let's redirect our attention to today's most important guest, the class of 2025. I am pleased to introduce the Dean of University Libraries, Dean Robert McDonald.
Wow, it's hard to go after Miss Peggy. Chancellor Schwartz, on behalf of the University Libraries, it is my honor to present our outstanding graduate, McKenna Yates.
We have now reached the happy moment you've all been waiting for, the conferral of the May 2025 earned degrees by Chancellor Schwartz.
Candidates who are being presented today for the degrees Doctor of Musical Arts, Doctor of Audiology, Doctor of Philosophy, and Juris Doctor can be recognized by their hoods, which signify their discipline and institution. These are the highest degrees awarded by our university. Will these candidates please rise? They will be presented by the Dean of the Graduate School, Scott Adler.
Chancellor Schwartz, on behalf of the faculty, I have the honor to present these amazing law and doctoral candidates for their degree conferral.
Dean Adler, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents, I hereby confer on these candidates their doctoral degrees and welcome them into the company of scholars. Congratulations. And you may be seated. Will the candidates who are being presented today for the degrees Master of Laws, Master of Studies in Law, Master of Arts, Master of Business Administration, Master of Engineering, Master of the Environment, Master of Fine Arts, Master of Music, Master of Music Education, Master of Science, and Professional Master of Science in the designated fields of engineering and applied mathematics, please rise.
Chancellor Schwartz, on behalf of the faculty, I have the honor to present these incredible master's candidates for their degree conferral.
Dean Adler, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents, I hereby confer upon these worthy candidates their master's degrees. Congratulations. Please be seated.
Okay, it's my first time. And now, please welcome the Executive Director of the Alumni Association, Assistant Vice Chancellor Ryan Christ.
But first, please turn your attention to the video monitors for a special video presentation from the class of 2025.
Save me once again.
4 years ago, when we all stepped on campus for the first time as official Buffs, no one could have prepared us for the journey we were to embark on. We arrived surrounded by beautiful Flatirons, vibrant energy, and a new family that pushed us to explore our boundaries. In those first days, everything felt new. New experiences, new challenges, and new opportunities to discover what it meant to be a Colorado Buffalo. We soon found ourselves immersed in a place where curiosity and innovation know no bounds. From our first days of exploring our class on Farron Field to venturing to our first classes, we became a part of a loving and supportive community. We navigated the excitement of Welcome Week, bonding over awkward icebreakers, and meeting people from all over. Late-night study groups in the dorms turned into lifelong friends, and discovering campus coffee spots now became a shared adventure. Whether it was joining clubs, watching Ralphie run, or watching the first snow fall on campus, every moment was an opportunity for us to grow and begin shaping the next 4 years of our lives.
But our journey didn't come without its challenges. We were inspired to not only reflect on our personal growth, but also to face the greater issues in our world. From student-led rallies for racial justice and discussions on gun control, to organizing efforts around climate change and responding to global conflicts, Buffs spoke out and stepped up. These experiences shaped us into leaders ready to navigate complexity and strive for meaningful change.
Through the late nights in Norland and labs on East Campus, or watching lively debates and lectures, CU challenged us not to only grow as students, but as people too. Our professors pushed us to think bigger, peers inspired us to be bolder, and our community encouraged us to join clubs and find our passions. These experiences are not just highlights of our time here, they are the foundation for what comes next. The creativity and determination we developed at CU have prepared us to take on the challenges of the future, from tackling global issues like climate change to innovating in industries yet to emerge. As Buffs, we carry a legacy of boldness and the promise of making an impact wherever we go in our future. Beyond our academics, it was the friendships and families we made that truly defined our time here. Together, we celebrated each other, our achievements, and created memories that will last forever.
Today, we leave the University of Colorado Boulder, not just with our hard-earned diplomas, but with a spirit of adventure, resilience, and the desire to make a difference wherever we go. To our families, professors, and friends, we thank you for joining us along the journey. And to our fellow Buffs, wherever life takes us, we will always carry a piece of this remarkable place in our hearts. We are, and will always be, forever Buffs.
Will the undergraduates from all schools and colleges who have been nominated for honors distinctions please rise? These candidates will be presented by Provost Russell Moore.
This academic year, 1,506 students have been nominated by the faculty for honors distinctions. These are the students whose achievements in academics are truly outstanding, who have dedicated themselves to the pursuit of academic excellence and who have contributed immensely to the intellectual vitality of the campus. As a sign of that recognition, the university awards each honors student with a medallion and the ribbon colors designating the specific honor. I am proud to present these distinguished students who who have been nominated to receive their degrees with one or more of the following designations: honors, special honors, high honors, highest honors, distinction, high distinction, cum laude, magna cum laude, and summa cum laude. Please stand and be recognized. It is my pleasure to bestow upon these distinguished students honors designations for which they have worked so diligently and with such excellence. Congratulations.
Please be seated. I would like to now take a moment to acknowledge Provost Moore for his 14 years of service to this campus as our provost. Provost Moore has led our academic mission through times of bold transition. His achievements are significant and anchor our mission in our best values. Under his leadership, the University of Colorado Boulder has conferred 137,604 degrees, including those you are receiving today. On behalf of our entire campus community, I would like to take a moment to honor his achievements and celebrate his service. Thank you, Provost Moore. Will the candidates from the College of Arts and Sciences who are being presented today for the degrees Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Fine Arts, and International Bachelor of Arts, please rise. These candidates will be presented by Interim Dean and Professor Daryl Maeda of the College of Arts and Sciences.
Chancellor Schwartz, on behalf of the faculty, I have the honor to present our fall and spring outstanding graduates, Jane Foreman and Rachel Suter. And let me hear from you, Arts and Sciences, these fine degree candidates.
Dean Maeda, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents, I hereby confer on these candidates their bachelor degrees. Congratulations to you all. Please be seated. And we'll see if any other college can be as loud. Will the candidates who are being presented today for the degree Bachelor of Science, Business Administration, please rise. These candidates will be, wow. These candidates will be presented by Dean and Professor Vijay Khatri of the Leeds School of Business.
I can't hear you guys. Chancellor Schwartz, on behalf of the faculty, I have the honor to present our outstanding graduate, Sloan Hurley, and these degree candidates.
Dean Khatri, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents, I hereby confer on these candidates their bachelor degrees. Congratulations. Please be seated. Will the candidates from the School of Education please rise? Their numbers may be small, but they are mighty. They will be presented by Interim Dean Professor Elizabeth Dutro.
Nice. Chancellor Schwartz, on behalf of the faculty, it is my honor to present our outstanding graduate, Ileana De La Rosa. And these fantastic degree and certificate students.
Dean Dutrow, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents, I hereby bestow upon these candidates their bachelor's degrees and certificates. Congratulations. And you may be seated. Thank you. Will the candidates who are being presented today for the Bachelor of Science and Bachelor of Arts in the designated fields of Engineering and Applied Science, please rise. These candidates will be presented by Dean and Professor Keith Molinar of the College of Engineering and Applied Science.
Chancellor Schwartz, on behalf of the faculty and staff, I have the honor to present our outstanding graduate, Herman Facundo Klein Hessling Barrientos, and these extraordinary degree candidates.
Dean Molinar, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents, I hereby confer on these candidates their bachelor's degrees. Congratulations. And you may be seated. Thank you. Will the candidates who are being presented today for the degree Bachelor of Environmental Design please rise? These candidates will be presented by Dean Lori Bergen.
Chancellor Schwartz, on behalf of the faculty, I have the honor to present our outstanding graduate, Serena Azaria Langdon Demigian, and these stellar ENVD degree candidates.
Dean Bergen, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents, I hereby confer on these candidates their bachelor degrees. Congratulations. Will the candidates who are being presented today for the degrees Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Science please rise? These candidates will be presented by founding Dean Lori Bergen of the College of Media, Communications, and Information.
Chancellor Schwartz, on behalf of the faculty, I have the honor to present our outstanding graduate, Sarah Carleo, and these stellar CMCI degree candidates.
Dean Bergen, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents, I hereby confer on these candidates their bachelor's degrees. Congratulations. And please be seated. Thank you. Will the candidates who are being presented today for the degrees Bachelor of Music, Bachelor of Arts in Music, and Bachelor of Music Education please rise? These candidates will be presented by the Dean and Professor John Davis of the College of Music.
Chancellor Schwartz, on behalf of the faculty, I have the honor to present our outstanding graduate, Nathan George, and these creative scholarly degree candidates.
Dean Davis, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents, I hereby confer on these candidates their bachelor's degrees. Congratulations. Please be seated. To all of our graduates, welcome to the great extended family of the university. Your connection to the university is lifelong, and we are continually linked together as you take your place in our society and we shape our destiny as one of the world's greatest universities. Godspeed to you and to our university.
And now, please welcome the Executive Director of the Alumni Association, Assistant Vice Chancellor Ryan Christ.
All right, I gotta say, these degrees look good on y'all. So congratulations, class of 2025. My name is Ryan Christ, and I'm a proud CU Boulder graduate as well, an alumnus of this fine institution, something we call a forever buff. There are so many stories about the journeys you all have taken to get to graduation today. Many of you have overcome immense challenges to reach this important milestone in your lives, and all of you have sacrificed. Carla Citlali Lemus Gordillo came to CU as a first-generation student, and from her first day on campus, she jumped right in and made a positive impact on her new community, serving as a peer mentor to hundreds of students and a leader to many more. She's one of roughly 4,000 first-generation students enrolled on the CU Boulder campus. First-generation graduates like Carla are recognized with the white and gold first-generation stoles. For most of them, this is likely the first college graduation in their immediate family. How about this setting for your first college graduation? For others in the crowd, this might be one of several graduations for you or your family. There are hundreds of multi-generational buffs graduating in this class as well. Parents, grandparents, great-grandparents, and great-great-grandparents in your family are forever buffs. They all graduated before you did today. Graduates like Brooks Bacon and Paige Evashevsky both have parents who not only graduated from CU, but met and fell in love on this beautiful campus. Paige and Brooks are products of CU love stories. I want to welcome back all forever buffs who graduated from CU Boulder prior to this year and are joining us in the stadium today or online. If you graduated from CU Boulder prior to 2025, will you please stand? I notice there's a lot of you with dual degrees, and that's excellent. Class of 2025, as graduates, you're all part of over 300,000 CU Boulder alumni that live in every state in the United States and most countries around the world. This community, this network of people who share a connection to CU Boulder can be one of your greatest assets as you continue your personal journey. One thing we can all benefit from, whether it be personally or professionally, is to have a network of people you can lean on, tap into, and find support from. Your network might be your family, your friends, your coworkers, and/or your fellow forever buffs, proud alumni like Olympian Emma Coburn, who is also a product of CU Love Story, by the way, CU President Todd Solomon, or hundreds of other alumni in the stands today. One way you can engage this alumni community is to sign up for the Forever Buffs Network. This online community is available to all of you any time of day, free or night, and it's day or night, and it's free. Search for jobs, find a mentor, or meet other CU alumni in the career field where you want to be. The Forever Buffs Network is for CU alumni, which means you reaching out to people you already have a connection with, a CU Boulder degree. As you're about to hear from some recent alumni on the screen behind me, CU and Forever Buffs around the world are here for you no matter where you roam, both now and always. Once again, congratulations on this huge achievement. Don't be a stranger, and Sco Buffs.
Congratulations, class of 2025. You've done it.
You've done it.
You've really done it.
My name is Laura Red, and I'm a 2015 graduate living in Denver, Colorado, and I am proud to be a Forever Buff.
What does it mean to be a Forever Buff?
Not only does it mean that you're a CU Boulder grad, it also means that you have an entire alumni network here to support you as you take your next step.
Whether that's finding a mentor to give you tips as you begin your career,
or learning the best coffee shop in a new city from a fellow CU grad.
Forever Buffs are here for you as you launch new goals and explore new opportunities.
And so is CU Boulder. The university continues to provide you with valuable resources and meaningful experiences to keep you connected to CU.
You can get post-grad career help and more for life because you're a Forever Buff.
Finally, please know that as you venture out into the world, you're not alone.
You're not alone. There are 320,000 Forever Buffs out here with you.
And when you spot one wearing CU Boulder gear, don't forget to say, "Go Buffs."
Go Buffs! I'm proud to be a Forever Buff because the community never leaves you, even if you move out of state.
Because I have been able to return to teach back in the community that fed into me. Shout out the class of 2025.
Because of the community I've built and the people I get to call friends.
Because every time I come back to the Mile High, I still feel at home right here at CU Boulder.
Because I've made my best friends through CU.
And now it is my pleasure to introduce the Senior Class Council President, Aditya Chabra.
Oh boy. Class of 2025, how are we doing? That's good. My name is Aditya Chabra, and it has been my absolute honor to serve as the Senior Class Council President this year. Let me get a better look at y'all. Beautiful. Being able to spend time with many of you, learn more about your stories, and serve you all through Senior Class Council events while my cap slides off my head was an amazing opportunity, and I'm so excited to be able to celebrate our achievements with you on this momentous occasion. Before I begin, I want to take a moment to thank those that made today possible. First, thank you so much to our esteemed speaker, Ms. Coburn, for her absolutely inspiring words. I know I speak for us all when I say it was a pleasure to hear about your experiences and memories. Additionally, I'd like to extend my gratitude to Dr. Holman, Chancellor Schwartz, the Commencement Committee, and of course, my lovely Senior Class Council team for their work in planning this event. We're going hatless today. Last, but certainly not least, I'd like to thank all of you, graduates, friends, family, for showing up this morning to support us all. Commencement is an amazing experience because of each and every one of you. Today, we gather here to commemorate the grit, dedication, and perseverance this class displayed over the last few years that has led to our triumph today. But before we get too far into thinking about tomorrow, let's take a moment to look back and see how we got here. Ms. Coburn did a similar exercise, but I'm going to invite you again to close your eyes for a moment and think about how you felt on your first day on campus. Recall that sense of uncertainty wrapped in excitement that you felt walking into your dorm for the first time, going to your first class, seeing the sun beam on the Flatirons, or going to the C4C and truly realizing why people talk about the freshman 15. It has been a very long time since that day, and although it may not always feel like it, these past few years have been a mix of wins and losses, and challenges that often felt more like tests than anything our professors assigned us. We saw the turnaround of our football team under Coach Prime, Travis Hunter, Shadur Sanders, from a 1-11 season to a 9-4 record, which was truly something special. Get this, you could even say it was perfect timing. And who could forget the buzzer beaters in basketball and the legends like Evan Batty, McKinley Wright IV, Tristan Da Silva, Jabari Walker, Cody Williams, who gave us something to cheer for beyond the stats. These athletic highlights gave us hope and excitement in an increasingly divided and uncertain world. It's easy to look back on these moments with nostalgia, to keep reliving the glory days and the excitement of our college years. But truly, the moments that will define our CU Boulder experience go beyond athletic wins and losses. It's the late night conversations when we were stressing out about exams and trying to care for our mental health. the support we gave each other when times were tough and drastic world events brought uncertainty. And it was the friendships we built over difficult assignments, got a lot of those in Arrow, fun club meetings, or just a meal at a dining hall that will last a lifetime. These are the deeper moments that we'll carry with us as we leave Boulder. The truth is, the challenges that lie ahead are much greater. Not just for us as individuals, but for the world around us too. Our education didn't just prepare us to face the workforce. It prepared us to face a world that is often uncertain, divided, and sometimes even hostile. So what do we do with the spark that we've cultivated here? That ambition, that drive, and most importantly, that empathy that we need more now than ever. In a time when the world feels polarized, we must remember the value of kindness. It's easy to be swept up by anger, division, fear. It's easy to think that the loudest voices are the most important and to dismiss those who may not share our views. But the truth is, the most important thing we can do moving forward is to approach the world with empathy, compassion, and care. It's not, thank you. It's not just enough to get ahead. We must ask ourselves, how can we make a positive difference in the lives of others by showing empathy for them? How can we elevate unheard voices in our communities by showing compassion in our leadership? How can we foster loving environments in those same communities by caring for those around us? At the end of the day, people won't remember how much we earn or what title we hold. People will remember the way that we made them feel. That is our legacy. It's about showing up for others when it's hard, listening when it's easier to ignore, and leading with integrity even when it's not the popular choice. As we gather here today on the precipice of our future, I urge you all to move forward with a commitment to kindness. Use your spark, your curiosity, your ambition, your passion to create a world where empathy is the norm, not the exception. Now, more than ever, we need leaders who are willing to listen, to understand, and to act with love. Ask yourself, how will you be the flame that lights the candle of those around you? No matter how strong the winds get, no matter how heavy the rain falls, or how dark the world may feel around you. Most importantly, before you embark on your adventures, take a moment today to express your gratitude to those who supported you to this point. For me, my source of support have always been my mother and my sister, whose unrelenting guidance and care for me made me the man I am today. But please, take the time today in the spirit of celebration to honor those who are here for you. We've been given the gift of education, but we've also been given the gift of connection to each other, to our communities, and to the world. Let's use that gift to make a difference, to choose community over conflict, and to make the world a better place for everyone. Congratulations, class of 2025. Let's go out there and show the world what it means to be a Buff. Can I get a SCO, Buffs? SCO, Buffs? SCO, Buffs? Thank you.
Thank you, Adi. Thank you. We honor the University of Colorado's history and traditions with the charge that CU President George Norland delivered to the graduating class of 1935. Though written 90 years ago, his words were relevant to his times, but his insights were ahead of his time. President Norland was an eloquent champion of democracy and justice during an era when each faced serious threats across our nation and around the world. In 1924, the governor of Colorado was aligned with the Ku Klux Klan, which also pervaded the state legislature. The governor and legislature ordered President Norland to purge CU's faculty of Catholics and Jews or else receive no state funding. Norland refused, and the university's appropriation was slashed. His stands were emblematic of the conviction and courage that helped shape CU into the university it is today. President Norlin devoted his career to two great causes, the life of the mind and love of this university. That devotion echoes in his charge, which closes all CU commencement ceremonies. These timeless words are part of the fabric of our university. The Norlin Charge will be read today by Regent Ilana Dubin-Spiegel.
You all don't just look amazing, you are amazing. And today, you are now certified to the world at large as alumni of the university. She is your kindly mother, and you, her cherished sons and daughters. This exercise denotes not your severance from her, but your union with her. Commencement does not mean, as many wrongly think, the breaking of ties and the beginning of life apart. Rather, it marks your initiation in the fullest sense into the fellowship of the university, as bearers of her torch, as centers of her influence, as promoters of her spirit. The university is not the campus, not the buildings on the campus, not the faculties, not the students of any one time, not one of these or all of them. The university consists of all who come into her and go forth from her halls, who are touched by her influence and who carry on her spirit. Wherever you go, the university goes with you. Wherever you are at work, there is the university at work. What the university purposes to be, what it must always strive to be, is represented on its seal, which is stamped on your diplomas, a lamp in the hands of youth. If its light shines not in you and from you, how great is its darkness. But if it shines in you today and in the thousands before you, who can measure its power? With hope and faith, I welcome you into the fellowship. I bid you farewell only in the sense that I pray you may fare well. You go forth, but not from us. We remain, but not severed from you. God go with you and be with you and us. Congratulations.
Thank you, Regent Spiegel.
Well, we have one more important task in front of us. Upon successful completion of all degree requirements with the recommendation of the faculty of the University of Colorado Boulder, and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents, I hereby confer upon all of these worthy candidates their degrees and admit you to all the rights, powers, and privileges thereof. Chair Renneson, will you please come to the podium and do the honors?
Thank you. And now, in that simple but satisfying tradition, undergraduates, you may now move your tassels from the right to the left side of your mortarboards, signifying the completion of your studies. Congratulations.
Thank you, Regent Renneson. Class of 2025, congratulations and welcome to the Forever Buffs family. Let your light shine. Audience, let's give them one last amazing round of applause.
Will everyone please stand as you are able and join us in singing the university's alma mater. The alma mater will be sung by Sidney Grimm and Simeon Wallace.
You will
The CU 2025 commencement ceremony is now concluded. Once again, kudos to all of our graduates. Please remain at your seats for the recessional of the platform party and the faculty. Congratulations to you all.